And we are back on Professional Wrestling, the podcast with John Pierre El Curry, Jonathan, the chosen lawyer. And we got one of the biggest episodes ever. This one is going to break the internet for sure, because this is about wrestling. And if there's one thing wrestling fans love, it's their sing-alongs. Today on Professional Wrestling, we're counting down the top 8 current top theme song sing-alongs in wrestling. I just said a mouthful. JP,
well, let me take over.
before we start, you said you wanted to bring up off air. You said you want to have an honorable mention before we do our countdown of the 8 theme songs.
Yeah, when we started talking about this topic, I was racking my head out to try to figure out who was the first. Do you have an idea who the first was?
Hogan's a Real American?
For me, and I could be wrong, but I believe the first time that I remember seeing a whole crowd singing it was Enter Sandman by Metallica for Sandman in ECW. When he used to come in, that crowd would go nuts. He's got his cigarette in his mouth and his beer in his hand and the kendo stick, and the crowd would go nuts and would just sing the song around him. So tell me if I'm telling lies, but I think that's the first one that I recall as a fan sing-along.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't remember much from ECW except for Raven's girlfriend putting on a special show during a delay at one of the events, but we won't talk about that one because those were different days and different times. That would not ever happen again. So,
if our viewers know,
yes.
they can comment below and let us know what they believe was the first one fans would sing along to.
I love that. All right, so we got all our couch experts there, and you're ready to go on the YouTube and on the social media, on the Instagram, on the TikTok. What do you think is the first real sing-along theme song in wrestling?
We want to know, baby.
Let's see. And also, challenge us to our top 8. Were we correct? Did we miss any? And do you agree with the order we did them in? So whether you like it or you lump it, learn to love it because it is the best thing going today. Woo!
Woo!
At number 8 of top current sing-alongs in wrestling, we got Mr. CM Punk. He would have been higher up on the list, except for the fact that you can't hear the singing among the booing as much. But people do love that song. Cult of Personality is pretty awesome and great sing-along.
Absolutely. Having heard it live, shared in the experience, I would have to agree. Hands down, a fantastic walkout song.
Not as much singing along, but pretty good, but it just gets you kind of amped up, certainly. Similar to number 7. He shouldn't be on this list because he did not show up at Forbidden Door. We were expecting him. One of the lamest faces you got, Mr. Britt Baker himself, Adam Cole, with Adam Cole, Baby. Is there anything more cringy than watching Britt Baker do the Adam Cole Baby?
I agree. I agree on that one. I love Adam Cole, one of my favorite guys in the business at this time, and I wish he could tap into that special spirit that he had in NXT. That was something else. He was in that time in NXT. I think he was bigger than a lot of the main roster guys. So I hope he can catch it again. But everybody loves doing the boom.
Again, because of the sing-along, they don't sing along the whole song. It's like the certain segment that they get, it's like, wait for it. And then boom, yeah.
The boom is wild. I was so looking forward to that. Unfortunately, you let us down, Adam Cole.
Well, he was ill. He was ill. He was ill at the thought of what happened in Forbidden Door 1, and he did not want it to happen again. That's what everybody says. He had a PTSD moment.
Oh, is that the case?
There's been rumors on the internet, but we're all experts, right? But maybe he was ill. I don't know. But
yeah,
I have a feeling that whatever it is, I don't think he really wanted to be there, and he shouldn't have been there after what happened to him. I get he had a long recovery back. but he had Britt Baker nursing him back to health. And what does she see? I don't get it. Like, maybe he's a really nice guy in person. I don't know. Like, it just like, it's so odd. And she's a dentist on top of it. So, hey,
Yeah.
but he's got a great girlfriend and a cool theme song, and people sing along. So number 7 is Adam Cole. Now we start getting into the real sing-alongs. This came in at number 6. Why this came at number 6 is because this may be coming near an end, and it is one of your favorites, one of my most hated ones. Mr. Jungle Boy. If his last name was not Perry, would we even be talking about him?
I think so. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a pretty good, decent moveset. And I think with the right repackaging, he can be a bigger star. Absolutely. He needs Christian Cage again. I got to see that. Come in, cut your hair like Christian, start talking like Christian, and that'll be a good launch point. He see that he was wrong for not following Christian and Luchasaurus, the new TNT champion. He'll see that he was wrong, and maybe that can turn into a good storyline. Lots of hope for Jungle Jack.
See, what I would be doing is I'd get him to get a man bun and get some black on, and he would team up with Takeshita and Don Callis. I thought that would be a great pairing for him.
Ooh, that would be nice.
See, them as a tag team, I could see. But you know what, Christian Cage, if you know what, bottom line is we agree he needs a faction. You go on 100%. AEW's website and you look at their roster. It's like 20 pages long. But one thing is 99.99% of wrestlers in AEW all are part of factions. I've never even heard of half the factions, but they're part of factions. So Jungle Boy, people love it. It's nearing an end. Sing it to yourself in the shower or look at up old tapes. Pretty soon, I don't know if he's ever going to come out to it ever again. I mean, he was making fun of it. So it was a good run while it lasted. At number 5, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. That is a true sing-along. The people are singing to it nonstop. The WWE crowd is definitely more of a sing-along crowd than the AEW crowd. They may be fans of the opera or theater. I don't know. Shinsuke looks like a tragic hero. The way he comes out, he's like, you know, like somebody shot him. He wears his poo suit. I don't know what the King of Strong style means. I know that there's a strong belt because Willow's got that. Was he the strong champion at some point? But whatever it is, it's a pretty fun sing-along. As I'm about to go walk the dog when I have to watch The Miz versus Shinsuke, I stay for the walkout for sure.
Absolutely. And it's one of those songs that kind of really sticks with you. And I love when the fans sing it after the music cuts and the match is about 5 minutes in and you still have the fans. Oh, and they just keep going. So that's when you know you have a really high quality song that almost could have been written by Disney. That's how catchy it is.
I agree. And you know, when we make this list together and we're talking about it, it's a combination of the quality of the song, how much people sing along to it, the reaction, the pop, do they sing it on their own? There's a bunch of, you know, algorithms that we had to get going to make this list. It's a very exact science, you know, like, so bear with us here. So from the quality wrestler, I would say he's lucky to make the list, but people go bananas with his song. So we'll give him number 5. At number 4, the man who still needs to tell his story. Lord knows the story's going on, and somehow the story has evolved from being champion to Brock Lesnar taking his arm to Dom taking him to school, and that is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Are you sick of the theme song yet?
Whoa, yeah.
And when he like does the he's waiting around just like Adam Cole and he gets his pop, yeah. Like, you know, it's
a good song. I liked it a lot more when he was doing it in AEW. I thought it was more fitting for his character because he felt like a lot tougher in AEW. That he seems very like washed down now, like just really plain, and it's too energetic, I think, for him. That's how I just feel about him.
His picture looks good on the side of a trailer, you know, and WWE pulls up into your town. Yeah. You can see. There he is. He's the All-American Lex Luger / Hulk Hogan. They always want their All-American guys. They just love it. He takes off the weight belt, signs it for the kid, you know. okay, it's a nice formula. Bring back Stardust, but at some
Yeah.
point, it'll be fun to watch when he's a heel. But he ain't winning no championships. I think WWE is going to keep building him up just to break him down. I don't know if you happen to catch while you were in recovery as you're getting cosmetically cleared for professional wrestling. But when Timur and I were talking, and one of the rumors that I've heard from some sources is the next matchup for him is going to be Bray Wyatt. Do you see that happening? What's your take, JP?
I don't think I can see that happening. I don't think that's a good pairing, to be honest. Um, Unfortunately, whoever's coming across Bray Wyatt, it's just flopping. That's my reality of Bray. You know, he's super creative, comes up with like a million good ideas, but they just don't stick, right? So I really would hope that he doesn't get involved with Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy and Lily Lollipop or whoever else they're gonna make up this time. Like it's just please stop with the Bray Wyatt and let's move on. He should be going up against like bigger guns, right? Like if you built him up to go up against Brock, and now he's going against the probably the best heel in WWE and Dom Dom, right? So he's got but I think he should be against more like AJ Styles, throw him in with Edge, throw him in with like just some bigger names to help elevate his value a bit in the company. I think it's dropping a lot in the last little bit. No knock to Dom, but I just think you got such an established guy like Rhodes. You just went up against Reigns. You just went up against Brock. It feels like a long way down, to be honest.
You know what? Dom was my whipping boy back when he was with Ray and their father son tag team. And I've been driving the
Hmm.
Dom bus since. And his entrance in WrestleMania in the back of the police van was
Oh yeah,
amazing. Dom's the best. Just
all day.
nothing
Yeah.
good things to say about Dom. Did you notice in Ring of Honor, by the way, that pairing and then their manager guy that kind of looked like the Wyatt family? The guy walked out with the
Yep.
white suit and the guy that does
Uh,
the thing and they were dancing around.
Snaps.
Very Wyatt family-ish.
Stu Grayson.
I missed the Wyatt family when I watched that.
I love the Wyatt family. They had such a good thing going, and then it just, you know, turned into something else. It's
But
okay. That's WWE, but I don't think he's ever gonna get that spark again. I think his time is done, to be honest.
you and the rest of the world, but I'm gonna tell you right now, he is a genius. Whatever they were
Agreed.
doing, whatever they did with this stuff, it didn't work. We just got to bring back the Fiend, bring back the Wyatt family. I don't think he will because of Brody Lee, but I think he needs to get over himself. We need to move this around quick. But if there's anybody who can reinvent himself yet again, it's Bray Wyatt. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you it's going to be against Cody Rhodes. Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see. At number 3, some more faces for WWE fans to sing along because they love their face sing-alongs for sure. They got a lot of the top spots here, and it's part of the WWE Universal Unified Champions. Not for long. It is Mr. Sami Zayn. Man, they love singing to the Sami Zayn song. Like Kevin Owens, they play the Kevin Owens song, wait around, and let's sing along. And I think even Kevin Owens is rolling his eyes at this point. I know you love it.
Oh yeah. Now, how can you not love it? It's a good one, but it's almost like Becky Lynch's. I find them very close at times. The Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch's. They got like a similar vibe, I find. But you know, Sami Zayn, you were there live to experience it. You let me know how much crowds love doing it.
They love it. They just love it. They eat it up all day
Yeah, all
long and
day.
all night long. So some people would say he's number one, but he ain't because there's definitely two guys that
No.
surpass him by far. Sorry, but they do love the Sami Zayn one. Just because I feel like the other two had a little more meat on it, but he certainly is in the top 3. So let's give Sami Zayn his due. And the way he's built himself up from the conspiracy theorist to being a strong champion, good on him. It just the party's almost over. That's all.
Main
At,
eventer from nothing, basically.
at number 2, I really wanted to give this to number 1. I really, really, really wanted to, but I can't for obvious reasons. But we got to give Judas, Chris Jericho, the Ocho. I mean, just because the fact he's jobbing, the fact that the Jericho Appreciation Society is cutting down, but he sang it and it's him. The crowd goes absolutely ape bananas for him. And there's always a segment where they're singing along on their own when they cut the music.
Yep.
And he's got that smirk on his face. He loves it. He loves that they sing along to his song. Man, how cool is that? He freaking sang Judas.
Yep, absolutely. Written and performed by the Ocho. It's probably one of the best songs I've ever got to experience live. I love singing it each and every time. I probably ruin the audio for the guys right and left, the guys and girls right and left of me when they're recording, and my voice kind of takes over a bit. But it's a fantastic song live, and personally, I would also have this in number one because it's been around for almost I would say 2 or 3 years now.
Been around for a
Right?
while. We got robbed last year.
Pretty good.
We got robbed at a previous Dynamite in Toronto because he brought one of his OG songs, and everybody was pissed. They wanted Judas for sure.
Yeah, they had it on Rampage though the next night.
For the 5 viewers that were at Rampage, you waited to Rampage?
I was one. I was on TV on Rampage. It was pretty cool
because there were 5 people there. Like honestly,
I know. It was so
bad,
good.
How bad was the crowd at Rampage?
It was great. It was actually pretty great.
They got a good turnout.
They got a great turnout.
Where did they host Rampage?
Same
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
They went over they went to Coca-Cola. Yeah. Okay, so smaller venue for sure.
Smaller venue, but great crowd, great audience. I had a blast, man.
So Judas is up there for sure. I would love to agree with you, and we got to put it number one. Ultimately, is that your number one?
Yes, hands down, because of the way the crowd sings it with such emphasis. It's been around for so long, and it's written and performed by the guy. Come on.
The fact he performed and wrote it, yes, but I'm sorry, my friend, and this is not that I agree with it, but this is the way it goes. The algorithm says it. At number one, the strongest crowd reaction, most consistently singing it, people going bananas, and it's Burn It Down, Seth freaking Rollins. Okay, why the freaking? Like, I like what is Monday Night Messiah. Why the freaking? I don't think that adds anything. What do you take on the freaking?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it so much. I know what they're trying to say. I think he's trying to go a bit of like RVD style, the whole freaking show, right? So I kind of get it. It works, and you know what? It's edgy enough for their audience, so I don't mind it.
It's pretty.
I'm not freaking out about it.
See, when you got the start of the songs, when you hear the music start at the beginning before the words come out for Judas, your heart starts. With Rollins, it's more like rolling your eyes. All right, here we go, burn it down. But people love they would sing it all day long. There's been arenas that went like 10 minutes, 15 minutes with it.
Yep.
It goes to show you how people are sheep, but they are sheep. But I think he gets top spot. You know what? He's a champion. He's a guy that was jobbing for a bit, seemingly was losing a bunch of matches, reinvented himself. He got his participation championship. He got his WWE Strong Style championship. I really wish AJ Styles could have got it, but it was going to go to Seth Rollins. He's a Triple H boy. Yeah. But I will say this: I like him going to NXT and defending it there, and at least we got to see him. If we're gonna be stuck with him as champion, fine. Let's have the sing-alongs. Just can he stop robbing Becky Lynch's wardrobe? Like maybe leave her some of her clothes and buy some of his own. Like I don't get the man's fashion sense at all. He's
agreed. But as long as he's selling merch, he's doing something right. Right. At the end of the day, the audience is in charge, and they'll let you know how you're doing. Right. Merch is moving. His style is something I don't personally see the value in, but a large majority, I guess, is. But Seth, I agree. I think we have a Hulk Hogan Macho Man situation here, where you got the 1 and the 1A, between Chris Jericho and Seth for number one active theme songs at the time.
And you know that if you really like merch and you're sick of WWE merch and AEW merch, jump over to millions with an S, millions.co, and go on to Chosen Lawyer and pick up some of your old Chosen Lawyer merch. So I got some merch going as well, buddy. So might as well just merch it out all around. So merch for everybody. This was great. I'm glad we finally covered off the top sing-alongs, the current top 8, and I'm really looking forward to the fans writing in our comments below and telling us how much we're geniuses and experts or we're complete buffoons. But let's see what people have to say about it. And I want to hear, did we miss any? Because I thought long and hard about this, and I've been watching for weeks with this topic in my mind. I don't think I did, but let's see. We may have missed one, JP.
Let's see. The viewers know. The people are in charge, and we value them. So if you feel like we missed something, let us know below.
That's the AEW talk. Me as WWE. I know what's best for you. You listen to me, and I will guide you the way. So there's a Tony Khan approach, and there's the Vince McMahon approach. We'll see you back next week on Professional Wrestling, the podcast.
See you, bro.